You're surprised at how much stuff is just surface, right? Like when I did Laura Trump a couple of weeks, she played a clip for me from Mondani, and Mondani was basically he was talking about defunding the police, but he was actually talking about it in the nuanced way, not just the phrase. It's easy to take the slogan defund the police and say they want to take money.
Okay, so in this clip, Charlamagne is going to humiliate himself, and I'm sure Andrew Schulz will assist him by shutting down his ridiculous, intro to the next segment of, nuance in defunding the police. I hate the word nuance now for what people have made it become. Nuance. Is it nuance that if there's a fire burning, that is it nuance to put the fire out? Well, it's nuance. I don't know. Maybe we could let some of it burn and then we can do some. What are we saying here? Okay, so the nuance version of defund the police. What is this, a philosophical discussion? So anyway, Andrew Schulz returns. Andrew Schulz is he's on location, not right now in this clip, but he is going back and forth between Australia and America because apparently he's in the new Street Fighter. Anybody gonna watch that? I don't know. You guys let me know. But anyway, let's just get right into the clip of Andrew Schulz getting ready to returning to humiliate, decimate, and eviscerate Charlamagne's ridiculous, nuanced defund the police argument.
Away from police departments, and they want to take away cops, but he was breaking it down like, no, defund the police and refund social services. That's another slogan that they need to get rid of, right? Defund the police, but he said it, refund social services. Whenever people have these conversations about defunding the police, what they're talking about is just take some of those hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars that are being put into the police departments and put them into things that can actually make our community safer. When he was on Breakfast Club and he talked about pairing, mental health professionals with police officers, because that's what you need sometimes. If I'm a police officer, I'm not equipped to go out there and deal with somebody who's having a mental health crisis. And then, because I fear for my life, this person might attack me, I shoot them, I kill them.
Yeah, that's what happens. So listen, you want me to be completely honest? I'm sorry. I'm going to cut Charlamagne off. As a person who has worked inside a psych facility, taking down, and this is in a control facility, taking down some high intensity patients with staff, that is scary even in that environment, right? Where you got to bring down your emotions, so that you don't fumble the bag, and then go ahead and do what you have to do with a planned response. And it doesn't always go the right way. I wish the hell I would be some social service person too. We're not even talking about at least a nurse or something. A social service person, whatever, social worker, getting paid $13 an hour to go meet up with, or 15, whatever, you know what I mean, to go meet up with the cops, to go grab these people in the middle of the street who have a knife lunging at me? No, that's why it was always dumb.
Now it's a big controversy, when the reality is pair them with people who actually do that work so you can prevent, some of those type of things. And also, man, put money in those communities to give these kids something to do. These kids are going to resort, to crime and other things if they don't have, community centers, if they don't have access
to. They have community centers. They don't want to go. They don't want to go, man. Come on, man. I cannot stand this whole thing. I can't. All right, let me try not to cut it off again. I know you guys hate that, but it is frustrating for me because these people get a huge audience to listen to them say things that won't work, pretend things, cushy, feel good things that are actually dangerous. Okay, all right. We have a situation that needs to be triaged. All right. By the way, guys, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to everybody who watched the video.
The trade school, if they don't have, food in their stomach. I completely understand him when he says, refund social services. That's the thing that we need to hear. To me, that's...
One more thing. I'm sorry. The EBT card, they have food. Now, if the parents don't want to give them the food, because there are some parents who won't feed their kids on some weird, I don't know what's going on with drugs. I don't know. But believe me, they're getting the welfare. We need to stop acting like there's not people not getting EBT. I pay for it, so I don't know my taxes. Okay, so where's the EBT? Okay.
Perfect. Like, don't even focus on the defund the police part. Refund social services. And so I'm talking to her, and I'm like, yo, all he's simply saying is these police departments, especially in places like New York City, have these bloated police budgets. Multi-billions of dollars go to the police departments, but no money actually goes to actually solving the root issues in the community that are causing crime to happen in the first place. So you should take that money, put it into more mental health initiatives, put it in the trade schools, make the schools better, make the libraries better, give these people in these communities something else to do so they don't resort to crime.
Why do they have to take the money from the cops, though? Because I know, see, here's the thing, like, maybe if we weren't funding wars in other places, we could get more federal money coming into the states, right? But why does it have to be taken away from the cops?
Yeah. And then I said, and also when it comes to social services, give the police mental health resources. Police got to deal with a whole bunch of, police need mental health resources, and I think police need more pay. If I was a police officer, I'd be mad that the department is getting these billions of dollars, but meanwhile, we not getting more of that money in our pocket.
This guy. He has like electrolysis on his legs. Like, no man should look like this.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pissed off every day I go to motherfucking work.
100%.
Having to deal with y'all curse me out, tell me to suck my dick, blah, blah, blah.
That's a hard job,
and I'm barely making ends meet. Yo, think about the cop that got killed
at the shooting
a couple weeks ago. What was that? What was it?
Bangladeshi guy.
What was the name of the building, though? Blackstone?
It was
Stone.
Black Rock.
No, Blackstone.
Blackstone.
Yeah.
The cop that got killed was doing security to make more money.
Oh, they off the moonlight.
But that's my point.
They moonlight. They have to do overtime. They shouldn't have to do these things. And a lot of them, to be honest, like, they can't afford to live in the neighborhoods they police. That should never be the case.
What the fuck?
That should never be the
You know
case.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
you should live in the neighborhood you police. Honestly, like, that's what we want.
$250 a year. You know how great the candidates they'd be getting?
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Oh my God.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Fight for that.
Yeah, you'd be
Getting fantastic candidates.
That's a nuanced conversation. If I'm Mondani,
Yeah.
that's what I start saying as well.
But I would never.
Okay, look, I need Andrew Schulz to say something quickly because I can't have this. Secondly, I guess because Andrew's so focused on his hair, but do you hear the idiocy? God, I hate when I forget words only because I'm behind the camera. The oxymoron here. Defund the police, but pay the police more. What?
Becoming mayor and making noise.
How about just explain your position? That's nuanced. But that's what I meant.
Nobody
That's why I
got
brought that
time.
up. That's why I brought that up, because you can be on a network like Fox, see defund the police, and already believe you know what that means and just dismiss it.
Yeah.
But the nuanced conversation of it is explaining, no, this is what I actually mean when I say defund the police.
Yeah.
But I would just stop saying defund the police.
Don't say it.
Then Laura goes, well, what about socialism? And that's when I brought up what I say about, hey, man, Democrats come up with all of these words for other shit, like pregnant people and stuff like that. So they need to say something else. And I think Mondani has done that by just simply saying affordability.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know who else did a good job at that? Donald Trump.
Yeah, of course.
It's just the truth. It's just
master at
the truth to the matter.
Master at it.
So I think what happens on these shows right here, you have a Mehdi Hassan who first of all knows.
All right, so they're going into the Jubilee debate thing or whatever. But listen, let me tell you something. Unfortunately, Andrew couldn't do what I expected. He normally, look at how he's looking at Charlamagne. He's bored. He's tired. You know, he's been traveling, and then they're taking out all that little hair that they put in there. Because he knows that he does not believe anything that Charlamagne is saying, and Andrew Schulz and Charlamagne do not live in the hood. This is the other thing. I love how these people who don't live in the hood, who don't know the reality of the fact that these young kids are saying, we're not afraid of the cops. They're not even afraid of the cops that are there. That's why they need more cops, right? But and they're not going to the programs. They're just not going to the programs, all right? So, and I'm not saying that they would never go, you know, but triage the situation and then come back and, you know, make the changes. These people, they don't live there. That's a lot of nerve with Charlamagne. He doesn't live there with his electrolysis, you know, leather legs. Are you serious? And Andrew Schulz could care less. He's just tired and over it. And he just doesn't care. He gave no effort. And I don't blame him. But next time, then just don't do the show, because Charlamagne did too much talking and he sounds dumb. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.